I'm Nadine Thornhill, sexuality educator. Should you let your teens have sex in your house? Now, I can't answer that question for you because I am not the boss of you or your family. But if it's something that you are thinking about, either, for now or for when your kids are older, here are a few things that you may want to take into consideration. First, let's talk about some reasons you might want to let your teens have sex in your home. It can be safer. It can be safer physically because your teens aren't limited to having sex, in random secluded places that may be outside or maybe at night or, parties where there may be drugs or alcohol use happening. It can also be safer from a safer sex perspective because in your home you can make sure that there are things like condoms or lube or dental dams, or even something like the emergency contraceptive pill is something that you can have on hand so it's readily available and super accessible for your teens. It can be a way of fostering trust between you and your teen. It's letting your teen know that you trust them to make good, responsible decisions around their sexual relationships. And also, if you are giving them literal space to explore those sexual relationships, then it's probably a pretty good indication to them that you are a safe person to talk to if they have any problems, if they have any questions, or if, they just need some advice from an older, experienced, loving person. Another reason you might consider letting your teens have sex at home is because you want them to have positive, pleasurable sexual experiences. For a lot of us, when we feel safe and comfortable and relaxed, we're better able to enjoy sex. And being able to do that, at home in a comfortable, familiar environment like a bedroom can help us achieve all of those things. Now let's talk about some reasons you might not let your teens have sex at home. It runs counter to your values. You may have personal or religious beliefs that, say that you don't feel that it's right for teens, or at least for your teen, to be having sexual relationships right now, and that is completely valid. Now, if you haven't already, I would really encourage you to spend some time really thinking about and clarifying, what those beliefs or values are and where they come from, so that you can actually still have a conversation with your teens and articulate what some of those values are, why you're not comfortable with it, or why you really would prefer that they not be having sex right now. They may or may not agree with you, but at least then they're going to understand where it is you're coming from. You may not have space to let your teen have sex at home. Not everybody lives in some sort of big house where everybody has their own bedroom or their own space. So if it's just not possible for you to give your teen that private space, then sex at home may not be an option. Something that may be an option, even if you don't have the space for that, is to still have those safer sex supplies on hand, and keep them in a drawer, maybe in a bathroom or a kitchen, so that they know where they are, and if they're going somewhere else to have sex, they can still grab some stuff before they go do it. You may not be ready to make a decision about this. You may not have thought about the possibility of your teen having sex at home or not until now or until recently. And even if you aren't explicitly against the idea of your teen being sexually active or becoming sexually active at some point, the truth of the matter is that in North America, a lot of us have been raised to sort of think of teens sneaking around to have sex as being very normal and sort of being the standard. The opposite, where we're being very permissive and open about the fact that our kids or our teens may be sexually active and having sexual relationships, may just feel weird because it's not something that a lot of us are used to. And so you may need some time just to, think about it and process your feelings around it and figure out, where those feelings are coming from, which is completely okay. So if you're not ready to make a decision around that right now, again, you can be honest with your teens and say I'm really not sure how I feel about this. I need some time to think about it. And in the meantime, just kind of hold off. A few other things to consider. If you do decide that you are comfortable with your teens having sex at home, you can still, and probably still should, have some clear boundaries around, what that's gonna be. Where are they allowed to have sex? You may want to say, keep that in your room. You may want to discuss how that's going to happen, discreetly. What are the expectations around, the amount of noise? You may be like, I'm fine with you having sex. I don't particularly need to know exactly when it's happening. I don't need to hear it. You can set up rules or expectations around, cleanliness. So, if there are condom wrappers or dental dam wrappers or what have you, make sure that that's all, cleaned up and put away properly. Wash your own sheets, things like that. You might want to have a discussion with your teen about whether or not a partner can spend the night or not. It's still your home and you still have a right to feel comfortable with what's going on or what you're aware of. Remember that even if you let your teens know that you are open to the possibility of them having sex in the house, if they aren't ready to have sex or they're not interested in partner sex, you giving that green light is not the thing that's gonna make them suddenly have sex. Parents and caregivers, we are not aphrodisiacs. We're cold water. We're the ice bucket challenge. My mom thinks sex is okay. That's hot. Said no one ever. Now, if your teens are thinking about becoming sexually active and you do want to make sure that that safer sex stuff is available to them in the house, something else you may want to do is make sure that they actually know how to use it. I have videos on my channel about how to use both internal and external condoms as well as dental dams. So I'm gonna link to those things in the eye above me and also in the description box down below. So, teens, having sex at home, good idea, bad idea, not sure? Let me know down in the comments, or you can head on over to my Instagram, and in my Insta stories I'm going to have a poll on this same question, and you can weigh in over there, unless you are watching this video way after I posted it, in which case that Insta story will not be there anymore. But still go and check out my Insta stories because I'm always doing fun and random things over there. That's all for now. I hope you have a great day and I will see you soon. Bye.